pulling out all the stops and really stretching the field. The pursuing riders, as they come down there on the fast part of the course, must look across and wonder what they're going to do to catch them. But nevertheless, Kevin Spencer going like a train for the Tamworth Club. Number 60 then on a big Honda. From Philip Small on the Kawasaki. Well, I've got the clock running on this time, and Kevin Spencer looked down at his bike then as if he had something wrong on the right hand side. His lap time 1:49.48. Still Stephen Craig Vaillant in third place. And Spencer looking over his right shoulder, and right there in his eyesight, Philip Small. And Philip Small going round on the outside and makes it look quite easy as he takes over that first place. Going into the woods end, Philip Small takes up the lead. And that's how it is as he exits from the woods. Philip Small in the lead, Kevin Spencer about 3 machines length back, and then Stephen Craig, number 6 for the Hillingdon Club, in third place. These lads kicking up almost as much dust as the sidecar boys. Right then, Kevin Spencer lapped in 1:49.48. I'll put the clock on Philip Small as he comes round and see what he can do. Right, we've got the clock running on Philip Small. Kevin Spencer in second, Stephen Craig in third. These three have pulled out now quite a distance over the fourth place man is number 52, Mark Sylvester. Then comes 16, Phil Rowett. Behind Phil Rowett is 70, Richard White from Stratford. Then Pete Archer, number 1 for the Alton Club. Behind Pete Archer, number 32, Tony Mattingly riding Breacher's second bonnet. Then 14, Chris Taylor. Right with him is 44, Ian Davis from Marshfield. Then 26, 34 and 10. He's stretching his lead in turn now over Kevin Spencer, Philip Small, so indeed he's stamping his authority on this race as well. 66 appears to be cruising in, that's David Fisher from North Staffs. And Stephen Craig certainly putting the pressure on and goes through on the inside to take second place as we say it. And the clock running on Philip Small now, and he's lapping in 1:50.36. That's incredible. So then, Philip Small goes through in the lead. Stephen Craig in second for Hillingdon Club, number 6. And then Kevin Spencer, number 60 for Tamworth, in third place. Then comes number 16, Phil Rowett, followed by number 10, Chris Small. Behind Chris Small, sorry, that's 70, not 10, that's 70, Richard White. Then 52 is Mark Sylvester. Then Pete Archer, number 1. Followed by 32 is Tony Mattingly. Then 14, Chris Taylor. 34 is Dave Pontin. Then comes Chris Small, number 10. Followed by 26, Tyrone Poutney. over the artificial jump. Opposite, the race leader then comes down the hill once more. Turning left, coming past the caravans on the haystack. Making it look oh so easy. But as I said it, he hit the berm hard, kicked up the dust. And Stephen Craig is pulling away from Kevin Spencer. And is he in fact making up ground on Philip Small? Two Kawasaki's, both sponsored by the same firm. Small World Cycles to Waterlooville in first and second places. Right, 2, 6 and 60 then, that order, first, second and third. They're on their way and clear of fourth place man number 16, Phil Rowett from Dronfield on the big Suzuki. Then Archer moved up a place now. Number 1 for the Alton Club on the big Armstrong. Followed by 52, Mark Sylvester. Then Tony Mattingly. Then 14, Chris Taylor. Behind Chris Taylor is 44, Ian Davis. Then 34, Dave Ponting. And number 10, Chris Small, looks as if he's pulled out. So not everything dandy for the Small World firm. Looks as if he's got a bit of chain trouble with something there. He's trying to adjust. 46, meanwhile, got caught in the berm at the bottom corner. Is Nigel Whitehead from Southam. He managed. Right, back with the race leader then. Number 2, Philip Small for the Havant Club. And it definitely looks as if Stephen Craig is moving up on him. That's the first two through, and we look for Kevin Spencer, number 60, in third place. He's still sitting there, comfortable in that position. Number 16 chasing him is Phil Rowett. That's number 60. 16 is Phil Rowett from Dronfield. Next rider through, number 1, is Pete Archer from Alton. Going past the lap scoring van, he's followed by 52, Mark Sylvester, 32, Tony Mattingly, 44, Ian Davis, 34 is Dave Ponting, and 14, Chris Taylor. 26, Tyrone Pountney from Shrewsbury. Meanwhile, the race leaders are well out of the woods, up and over the hill, and in fact, Philip Small just gone down over the man-made jump, and he's turning left now on the approach to the caravans and the stack of straw bales. Round he goes once more. He's taken a very wide line on that straight. Most of the riders keep this side close to the fence. Philip Small goes on the other side. Stephen Craig coming through in second place. The back end flipping up there. And Philip Small's time for that lap, 1:50.52. So perhaps he's well aware of what's going on. Stephen Craig giving chase there. In second spot for the Reading Club, that's number 6. 60 still in third place, Kevin Spencer from Tamworth. And as he looks back to his right, you can see the man in fourth place, Phil Rowett from Dronfield, number 16. And he, in fact, has got about the same distance over fifth place man, Pete Archer, number 1 for the Alton Club. Whoops, and 2 riders there getting stuck up in the berm. And 52 pushed 44 out. Mark Sylvester left his braking a bit wide. And the man with a husky got caught in the berm was number 44, Ian Davies from Marshfield. Right, back we come then with the race leaders. Over on our right hand side, coming through once more to complete another lap. Number 2, Philip Small then. The Avon Club. And still in second place, Steve Craig for Hillingdon, number 6. 2 Small World Kawasaki's in first and second place. Kevin Spencer for the Tamworth Club, number 60. Pete Archer then comes down next, but Tony Mattingly, number 32, is right with him. Tony Mattingly had a bit of gear change trouble that on the straight, but he's obviously having a bit of a dice with Pete Archer, who's a rider he used to meeting in his home group. And would you believe Tony Mattingly trying to go up on the inside of Pete Archer? So Archer now knows he's got a race on his hands. He can't afford to relax one little bit. Mind you, Tony Mattingly's shown his hand now. So let's see what Archer can do as he comes through the wooded section, whether they stay together or one pulls away from the other. Keep an eye on the exit from the woods. Still the same then, Pete Archer from Tony Mattingly. Let's see as they watch pull up the hill opposite. Archer takes the wide left-hand lane. Mattingly goes up the right-hand side. Didn't look as if it paid off either. Archer seemed to have the faster line there. And he's increased the distance over on the far side of the course. Turning right, the circuit entrance, now down over the artificial jump. Archer over first, then Mattingly. As the leaders go through underneath, still number 2 and number 6, followed by 60. But watch Archer and Tony Mattingly, number 1 and number 32. Again, Mattingly hits the berm hard. Takes the left-hand line, Archer takes the right-hand side. So Mattingly closed right back up on him again. Obviously the AMCA quite a bit quicker than the Armstrong in places, or with the corner a lot better. Now this is how they tried it before. Archer comes into the last bend before the lap scoring van. And right around the outside, Mattingly tried it again, but hit the berm hard. He's trying a different line every time to get past Archer. Now, completely different lines, as they did before. Archer tight this side. What's Mattingly going to do? No, he's not tight close enough this time. Round they go once more, in the entrance in the woods. Archer enters first, then Mattingly. We'll have to wait and see. Right, the last lap flag's out, so he mustn't lose track of the race. So the race leaders are on their last lap, and Philip Small coming down past the haystack, this time in the lead. About half a lap to go before he takes the checker flag then. Philip Small on the big Kawasaki. And with his win under his belt, will almost certainly win the 750 championship for the second year running. That's a big day for Small World Motorcycles as he comes out now to take the checker flag. And he pulls a wheelie, a one-handed one at that as well. Gets a round of applause from the spectators. And Stephen Craig, also on a Small World Kawasaki, finishes in second place. Still in third, Kevin Spencer, number 60, very good ride for him for the Tamworth Club. 16 finishes in fourth is Phil Rowett, then Pete Archer, who finally won the battle with Tony Mattingly. Yeah, we've got a rider down on the far side of the course. The yellow flags are out, and he's being attended to, and I can see the yellow flags out as well. So we will almost certainly need a bit of track repair over there before the next race. These first aid are on their way. That's on the landing after the artificial jump. If Martin King can hear me, can he go over and repair the track in the landing area after the man-made jump? Event 11 is the last of the sidecar IMBA rounds, and we've already seen some very close racing from the Belgians and the Germans, but the English A team have been well to the fore, and so has Peter Weir in the England B team. Let's hope they can repeat that in this last race today, last sidecar race today.
The engine's rev, that familiar sound. We're all used to the big four-stroke engines. Now some two-strokes as they get away. Back into that first bend, and looking back, there seems to be nobody in trouble. Everybody's got away safely. And first man into the lead, number 20. Norbert Jansen and Wilfred Ross. And Norman Brown and Ian Calder have taken second place straight away. I can see Cliff Barton already in fourth place. So British crew's already up there with them. Goes up in one outfit, one straggler. Number 3, Adrian van der Leest. Didn't get away at the start. We'll wait for the outfits now to come out of the wood. First man to come out from that wood is number 20, Norbert Jansen and Wilfred Ross, West German. A real chance of clinching this victory overall today. Norman Brown and Ian Coulter, their Yamaha Wasp holding third place. Cliff Barton looks as though he's moved into fourth place. Let's see some cheering from the crowd. Third and fourth place men then in the British A team, hunting for points in this IMBA Championship. Up a huge cloud of dust in the eyes of number 32, Carl Bergmans. Number 32 then closing right up onto number 20. Almost pictures a chair. Norman Brown then receiving a cheer from the crowds in third place. Cliff Barton in fourth place. And Nigel Pinchback, Martin Gilbert, also up there in ninth place. Nigel Pinchback and Martin Gilbert then on their small Yamaha outfit have moved into 8th place. Paul Schofield having a great race. Paul Schofield and Morris Tracy holding 11th place, and Glazier just pips him. No, Paul Schofield holds out. So 11th place man, Paul Schofield, Glazier in behind him. In fact, Glazier goes through to take that 11th spot. So the British crews are well up there on this, the final race, the IMBA sidecars. Number 20 then still holds the lead from number 32. Norman Brown coming under pressure from Cliff Barton. Remember Cliff Barton, chances here for a trophy today. He's holding overall third position at the moment. He'd certainly like to take a trophy home from this meeting. Big Yamaha engines open up a big gap down that back straight. Norbert Jansen then, Wilfred Ross, president, holding fourth overall, so they've chances of a trophy also today. They're certainly under pressure from number 32, Carl Bergmans and Paul Bucklers, the Belgians. Certainly a great race developing, but the dust now becoming choking. Visibility now dropping drastically. Number 32 challenging up right behind number 20. He's looking to get in front. He's fed up with following that dust. British boys holding third and fourth. Number 33 in fifth place, Richard Goffey. Norman Brown flips the post there as he comes by me. 33, Richard Gahoy, challenging with Cliff Barton. And he's going past Cliff Barton. Richard Gahoy passes Cliff Barton, moves into fourth spot. So we see West German, Belgium, English, Belgium and English. Two race leaders now opening up a gap from third place man. Accelerate up the hill over the back part of the track. Not good bend for them. Their right hand chairs. They streak away, and that certainly is a battle developing there. First and second place. West German holds out the Belgium. Then Norbert Jansen and Wilfred Gross hold out 32. Carl Bergmans and Paul Bucklers. Certainly a great race. And number 33, Gafoy, Richard Gafoy, Gilman Pod Ends, moving to third place ahead of Norman Brown. Certainly a great battle then in third, fourth and fifth place. West Germany leading from the Belgium crew, another Belgium crew, and then the two British lads battling it out. Sixth place, number 2, Theo van der Eyden. Seventh place, number 6, Theo Votes. And then in seventh place, number 12, Nigel Pinchback and Martin Guilford, having their best race today. Been unlucky in the previous two races, firstly with the coil and then the chain coming off. Race leaders then certainly are opening up the gap. Third place man, Richard Gafoy, Gilman Pardens. Behind them the two English lads, Norman Brown and Ian Coulter, and Cliff Barton and Lee Watkins. This battle for the lead now changing places. Number 32 then moves into the lead. Carl Bergmans and Paul Bucklers on the Yamaha take the lead from number 20, Norbert Jansen and Wilfred Gross. Then Richard Gafoy, Philmont Pardens hold third spot. In fourth place it's Cliff Barton and Lee Watkins, hanging on in there on their smaller machine. Remember, these big Yamaha outfits probably out to 1000cc in front of them. And an outfit takes a terrific tumble there. Nigel Pinchback has to take a void in action. Yellow flags out here at point number 13. That being one of the Dutch crews, taking a terrific tumble there. Peter Glazier challenging number 42. Certainly trying to Peter Glazier up on the inside of number 42. Bruno Arnie and Martin Colley. That outfit that took a tumble then, number 6, Theo Votes. Theo Votes then out of this race. And Norman Brown also retires from this race. Norman Brown and Ian Coulter leave the track, so unfortunately their final race of the day will not be a very happy one. Back to the race leader then, 32, Carl Bergmans, 4 Bucklers. They lead from number 20. And in third spot, number 33, Richard Goffoy. Cliff Barton then hanging on, the lone British rider now, hangs on to that 4th place position. Give him a cheer, because Cliff's got chances of a trophy here today. And Nigel Pinchback and Martin Guilford have moved into 6th position. So the AMCA champions moving up the field, certainly having a better race this time out. And in 7th place, Peter Glazier. Peter Glazier then, 7th place passenger by Kevin Weston. The HMX sponsored KTM. Peter now certainly with chances of a trophy as well today. And part of the track's been ripped out in front of the race leader. The tail ender has pulled down the track, but number 32, Carl Bergmans, gets it away. The marshals racing to clear those stakes and ropes, which so easily could get snagged into these outfit back wheels. The race leaders all safely through that area then. A couple of stakes lining the track, one being kicked up there. So the race leader, number 32, Carl Bergmans, comes past me. Number 3 then, a lap down. 2nd position, number 33, Richard Goffoy. The 2 Belgian men holding 1st and 2nd place then. And in 3rd place, terrific crowd, number 17, Cliff Barton and Lee Watkins. 4th place, number 20. Number 2 holding 5th, and here's Nigel Pinchback holding 6th place at the present. Peter Glazier goes wide into the dust. And number 19, Peter Glazier, holding 7th position. Battle at the front of the field then, that man, fast Belgian man, number 32, well clear of the rest of the field. Number 33, also the Belgian rider, holds 2nd. Cliff Barton then on the far side of the track, manoeuvres around the tail ender, but the tail ender holding him out. Cliff Barton waved through then. Cheer as he comes up towards you then, number 17, Cliff Barton, holding 3rd place. The AMCA team. Cliff certainly giving away horsepower then to these big 1000cc Yamaha machines that are ahead of him. Nigel Pinchback also battling on in 5th place. Nigel Pinchback then closing in on number 2, Theo van der Eyden. Give him a shout because he could take number 2. There's not much in it now. Holding 5th place in, 6th place, number 20. And Peter Glazier holding 7th position, number 19, on the smaller 500cc single-cylinder KTM. Machine that Peter designed and built himself. ominous cloud of dust hangs over this Beenham countryside. That certainly tells you that these sidecars are out here in full flight. And Nigel Pinchback almost loses it as he goes up the hill away from me. Fighting desperately now. Time running out then for these riders because the last lap flag is going out. And this man we see in front of us now, number 32. Carl Bergmans and Paul Buckler's running to come round a few bends to take the last lap flag now. 33, Richard Gaffoy. Philmon Pardens holds second place. Number 17, Cliff Barton and Lee Watkins hold third position. And they'll certainly need a signal. Give them all the encouragement you can. They've only got one lap now to go. Number 2, Theo van der Eyden in fourth place. Behind him, number 12, Nigel Pinchback and Martin Guilford. And the checkered flag out then. So a race win then. 32, 33 takes second place, 17 takes third position. Number 2 then, Theo van der Eyden goes over the finish line. Nigel Pinchback takes fifth place. Number 3 then already a lap down. Number 20 then taking sixth place. 42 finishes seventh.
The very last race of all, event 12, is the four-stroke championship. Again, very little local support. We've only got 4 riders from the local home groups riding, and it's Alan Hambridge and John Eardley from the Midlands and above that have dominated the previous 2 rounds. So let's hope we have a little bit of improvement from the local lads in this last four-stroke. 1 or 2 riders down, by the way, we can see. 136, 163 and 162 and 91 Richard Toghill and Carl Hanley number 3 all got good starts there in the first 5 or 6. 43 Bob Mott there sorting out his left leg, looks as if he's had a bit of a bang, and over on our left hand side we can see 2 or 3 riders trying to restart. 135 Andrew Hargrave just going through. And there's yet more riders over there waiting to start. They'll come off at the end of the start straight. 61, Philip Brown from Gloucester. 50, Glenn Revel from Salisbury. But meanwhile, the race leader is out of the woods. And it's changed, would you believe? 163 takes it up. John Eardley from North Stas. From Alan Hambridge, number 136. So through that wooded section, and up in the 4th place, Richard Toghill, number 91, followed by Carl Hanley, number 3. Early days in the race yet, but over that downhill jump they go, the artificial jump, making it look so easy for some of them. John Pullman also well placed there. A local rider, number 177 from the Shepperton Club. But 163, whoops, and he almost had an up-endo there as he hit a bump. Did a miniature handstand on the front end. Carl Hanley, or rather Alan Hambridge, 136 in, coming through in second. Then 162, Neil Eardley. Then number 3, Carl Hanley. Then Richard Toghill. Then Stephen Luff, 167 for Surrey and Sussex Club. Then John Pullman, 177 for Shepperton. Then 77, Alan Smith from Ewley, followed by 69, Michael Lewis from Dursley. Is Bob Mott, and 123 following him, Stephen Blake from the Avon Club. Out of the woods then in the same order. Number 163 emerges first, John Eardley, followed by Alan Hambridge, 136. Number 3, Carl Handley, sorting himself out, having a real dice there for that 3rd place. Right, round we go once more then. 163, 136, number 3. Then 162, the other early brother, Neil, in 4th place. Then Richard Toghill. .136, Alan Hambridge going through there. Carl Handley, number 3. Followed by 162, Neil Eardley. Then Richard Toghill. So, 162 then, Neil Eardley, brother of John. That family having a good day out today. Richard Toghill, 91, going through next. In front of Alan Smith, number 77. In 167, Stephen Love. Followed by John Pullman, a short distance adrift. For the Shepparton Club, number 177. Then 60. Alan Hardy, then 67, then 132, 43, 123 and 86. Out of the woods opposite comes the leader once more. Turning, going up the left-hand edge of the climb, then cuts across, takes the shortest route through the bend. Alan Hambridge, number 136. In 2nd place, but appears to be dropping back. .163 then, pushing on in 1st place. And his brother in 4th place. As we look over to our right, we can see lots of the spectators leaving the circuit. Now the IMBA sidecar round has finished. Right then, the Armstrong rider, John Eardley, followed by a 2nd Armstrong rider, 136 in 2nd. Then Carl Handley on the Yamaha. Then the Armstrong of Neil Eardley, number 162, being chased by 77, the Yamaha rider. Then 91 is the Cotton 600 of Richard Toghill. Then John Pullman goes through, number 177 on the big KTM. He's chasing Stephen Luff, number 167 on another KTM. Number 60 pulls out, Alan Hardy on an Armstrong. .163 then, the race leader. And as we get into the race, you can see that Alan Hambridge, number 136, is coming back at him and definitely closing up that gate, the gap between the two as the race progresses. He then relax one little bit, one mistake, and Alan Hambridge will be through. So there's the first two as we follow the cameras round. 163 the leader, 136 in 2nd place. Carl Handley, number 3, still sitting there in 3rd place. but about 100 yards adrift. There's 162, the other early brother. Neil goes through in 4th place. Then 77 really getting crossed up there and being challenged by 91 Richard Toghill. 167 is Stephen Luff from Surrey and Sussex on a big KTM. A 135 looking over his shoulder, Andrew Hargrave from Rugby. He pulls out as John Pullman for Surrey and Sussex goes through. .129 coming through next. Stephen Hillary to compete another lap from the Rossendale Club on a 600 KTM. And look at the race leaders just by the haystack now as they've closed up. 163 is the leader, really being challenged now by 136 Alan Ambridge. And on the break in, Alan Ambridge really making up ground there. So it is developing into a fair little battle as the race progresses. Can't be a lot of time left. So is Alan Ambridge going to make it again? Indeed he does. As we watch, he goes through on the inside line and takes the lead. Right then, Alan Ambridge is in the lead now. 136, and he's coming back at him. 163 tries the inside line on the bends just before the woods. And he hasn't given up by any means. But that's the order as they went into the woods. Alan Ambridge first, 136, followed by 163, John Eardley. And coming out of the woods, it's the same. Ambridge from Eardley. Some varying lines. Watch this. 168 from Bob Mott, number 43. 168 is Alan Dale, and bringing up the back 69 is Michael Lewis from Dursley. And yet again, completed another lap. Alan Ambridge, number 136. 163, John Eardley, still with him. And well within striking distance. Is Neil Eardley, brother of the rider in second place. .167 is Stephen Luff from Surrey and Sussex, going through just ahead of John Pullman and Shepparton, number 177. Both riders on the big KTMs. 67 is John Pearson from Salisbury. 192, Robert Langford from Northstas. And 123, Stephen Blake from Avon. Right, back near the haystack, but the race leader once more. 136 then. Standard clubman, Alan Hambridge on a 500 Armstrong. Can't afford to make a mistake, even at this stage in the race, because right with him is number 163, John Eardley from the North Staff Club on another Armstrong 500. So it's quite a good day here for Armstrongs. The first two have pulled out quite a lead now over number 77, Alan Smith from Ewley, and 162, Neil Eardley. And Neil Eardley's back wheel is collapsing. He's virtually going over, and you can see the spokes have all broken up. And if that lad's not warned, he's going to have an awful trouble shortly. The back wheel is really bad. I think for his own safety, when he comes around next time, he ought to be black flagged, that lad, just to tell him. If he makes it over the jump. 162. To save him getting hurt, at least warn him. That bike's in a bad state. The back end, you keep an eye on him. Yeah. Well, let's see if he comes round, and let's hope he doesn't hurt himself, or at least he'll realise something's drastically wrong. Meanwhile, the race leader goes on his way, 136, Alan Hambridge. He knows they're warning him there's something wrong with his back wheel. That's okay. Right then, Richard Toghill, number 91, goes through and completes another lap. So 162 is pulling off. He realises he's got bad troubles with the back of that bike, and it's nice to see he didn't hurt himself. And coming round to complete another lap, Stephen Luff and John Pullman, 167 and 177. Yeah, look at this back wheel of this rider, number 162. It's virtually in a state of collapse. He's going back in the pits with a lot of broken spokes. It's amazing that the thing is still running. No, 136. Oh, there he is. Bottom of the haystack, race leader then, 136, Alan Hambridge. Still being pursued by 163, John Eardley. Coming round once more. Bike sounding well on song, nice and crisp. And 163 still with him there. Now is he saving something for the end of the race? No last lap flag yet, so at least a couple of laps to go. .129, Steve Hillary. Possibly. Then comes number 77, Alan Smith from Ewley. Then Richard Toghill, number 91 from the Marshfield Club. And Stephen Luff and John Pullman, two home group riders, number 167 and 177. They're having a little dice of their own. Every point counts in the championship. I've just been told that Carl Hanley's got gearbox trouble. That's number 3 from Tameside. That's why he had to pull out of that race. That's number 136, the race leader goes through once more. And it looks as if he's going to get the last lap flag this time. Indeed he does. The last lap flag goes out. 1 lap to go then for Alan Hambridge from the Standard Club. And 163 there. John Eardley in second place for North Staffs. One of them's lost a side panel, I can see down in the track. And 77 going through there. In the third place, Alan Smith for Ewley. Waved by number 129. Now, I'm not sure if Richard Toghill was in 4th or 5th place. He's in 4th place, I'm told, by a very reliable source. So 91 then, Richard Toghill for Marshfield in 4th place. And his dad looks well pleased too. And Stephen Luff, number 167 for Surrey and Sussex. Still just ahead of John Pullman, number 177 for the Shepperton Club. Right, last time then, coming past the caravans and the haystack, the race leader slipping sideways the front wheel just a bit there. Alan Hambridge, number 136 from the Standard Club. Still being pursued by number 163. They're both coming up on a back marker, just on the closing stages of the race. They've only got about 100, 150 yards to go before they take the checker flag. And it's number 61, Philip Brown from Gloucester. He'll be right on the apex of the band as Alan Hambridge reaches him. But 163 overshot the corner and went up on the berm. So the checker flag then is taken by Alan Hambridge, and John Eardley, 163, finished in second. That brings racing to a close for today once the riders out on the course finish, and I wish you all a safe journey home. I'd like to thank the St John's once more, and the doctor and all the officials for running the meeting today. Right, the crowd starts to disperse and go home. Wish you a safe journey home. Right, the sidecar trophies then we would do in the reverse order. In third place for the Great Britain A team, outfit number 17, Cliff Barton and Lee Watkinson with 12 points. Well done, Ed, great ride. Right, very good ride by those lads. Right, second overall for Belgium with 10 points for Carol Bergmans and Paul Butcherlewis. Well done, they look all smart too. Good old clean up. Right, and the overall winner also for Belgium, in first place with 9 points, Richard Goffey and Philemon Paradens. Another good ride. Well, we get him up there on that first place podium. You'd like to give them a round of applause for their efforts today. And once again, we're going to have the Belgian national anthem. In third place in the 750s with 24 points, rider number 8, Andy Breacher. That's the lad that broke his hand. Terrific right hand. Right, second place today with 30 points for the Hillingdon Club, number 6, Stephen Craig. Right, and the overall winner today with a maximum 45, and I believe he's the championship winner as well for this year, number 2, Philip Small. Terrific ride. Right, you all done with your photos, and we move on to the 250s. Thanks very much, lads. Good day's racing. Right, in the 250s then, in third place with 27 points, number 3, Gary Evans. That's a nice gesture. Do that again. Right, in second place with 33 points, number 41, the man on the Honda, Tim Price. And the overall winner today with 34 points, just 1 point better, number 5, Julian Dobb. In second place in for the 4 strokes with 32 points, number 163, John Erdley. Now he's come up, terrific ride. Thought you were going to do it in that last race too, you stuck there for a long time. Right, and the overall winner today with a maximum 45 points, number 136, Sonny Armstrong, Alan Hambridge. That sounds like a popular win. He must have paid the crowd. Well done, Alan. Right, that's the end of the prize queue. Thank you all for coming, and hope you have a safe journey home. There is another meeting tomorrow if you want to go at Lambourne, which is exit 14 on the motorway. And the sidecar drivers are welcome there as well.